Global Heroes podcast, The Deep Dive. We explore the stories behind the headlines of our uplifting news features. Don't forget to follow us on social and subscribe to our free newsletter for your regular boost of positivity.
So for today's deep dive, we're looking at the real scale of need in the Greater Toronto area this holiday season. We're using the Scott Mission's Christmas campaign as a bit of a case study here.
Yeah, and I think we have to start with a number that just, stops you in your tracks.
What's that?
3.49 million. That's the number of visits to Toronto food banks.
Wow, 3.49 million.
Exactly. So for thousands of families, it's not about holiday extras.
Yeah.
It's about the basics.
Yeah.
Food, shelter. So our mission here is to really unpack that struggle and see how these programs try to help.
Okay, so with a number that huge, what's really driving it? I mean, what are the forces at play?
Well, Cynthia Layton, who's the manager of intake advocacy, she put it really clearly. She said families are just getting crushed. In Toronto, rent can eat up more than half of a single income. So if you lose a job or someone gets sick, you're not just falling behind.
You're in a crisis.
You're immediately choosing between rent and food. It happens that fast.
Right.
And we see how that systemic pressure becomes this very personal story. Take the case of Luz and Lester. For them, it wasn't some slow decline.
What?
It was one event, a car accident. Luz got a spinal cord injury, ended up in a wheelchair, and couldn't work anymore. Just like that.
And their income was gone.
Instantly. So for them, getting food, diapers, clothing from the mission, it wasn't about getting ahead. Luz used the phrase peace of mind.
That says so much. It's not just about physical items. It's about quieting that constant, that existential dread.
Exactly. Which brings us to how these places actually work, how they try to give that peace of mind.
Right, the mechanics of it. The Scott Mission helps around 3,900 families at Christmas. And their approach is interesting. It's a dual support system.
It is. They provide special groceries, but they also give a gift card.
And that's so key, isn't it? Because it allows a family to buy what they need for their specific cultural meal.
It's about dignity. It's building dignity right into the process. The question isn't just what can we give them?
It's how can we give them back a sense of choice?
Yes. And beyond winter coats and boots, the best example of this is the free Christmas toy store.
Tell me about that.
Parents don't just get a prepackaged toy. They get to come in and shop with joy and dignity.
Yeah.
They pick out the right toys, the right books for their own kids, for about 1,100 boys and girls.
So it's turning what could be a handout into a normal, affirming family ritual.
That's it, exactly. And Liz talked about the emotional impact of that. She said the mission gave the gift of joy.
Just by seeing her kids happy.
Yes. And there was this one small detail that really got me. She mentioned her son was hoping they could use the grocery cart to buy his favorite Greek yogurt.
Wow. Such a small thing.
But it's everything, right? It's the difference between just getting calories and having a tiny self-directed moment of choice.
Yeah.
A moment of normalcy.
Yeah.
And then when you connect that personal story to the operational scale, it's just mind-boggling.
What are the numbers there?
In the weeks before Christmas, they're providing up to 64,000 meals.
64,000.
And packing 7,500 bags of groceries. This is a massive logistical operation.
And it's an organization that's been around since 1941, I believe. So they've seen a lot of change over those 80-plus years.
A huge amount of change. It shows how they've had to adapt from, just simple charity to this large-scale personalized care system.
Right.
And that long history of community effort. I think Luz summed it up perfectly. She said, the donors are not just feeding us with food, they're feeding our hearts as well.
Feeding our hearts. That really gets to the core of it, doesn't it? It's about recognition, about validation.
It's about seeing people as people.
So that brings me to a final thought. We started with that staggering number, 3.49 million food bank visits. When you see that massive systemic need, what does a community-based, dignity-first intervention like this tell us about the gaps, the failures, in the broader social safety net of a major city like Toronto?
That's it for today's Deep Dive. Want more? Stay connected with Global Heroes through our newsletter and socials.